Why, hello there.
Hi. I'm Annette Corsino Blair, back again for episode
Something.
4 or 5.
After the last
I don't
one.
know. The one after the last one.
So the next.
And we're here to share with you some awesome stuff that's going on at the shop. First, we're going to start out with
New stuff.
new stuff
That you're
in the
going to
shop.
talk about.
I'm going to talk
first.
about. Okay.
What's new, Annette?
Well, we have this cool yarn called Eco Plus Peruvian Tones by Cascade Yarns. It's a chunky weight yarn, ish.
It's like an Aran chunky.
Yeah, like an Aran. But look at all of the yardage on it. It's got
huge.
like 478 yards. So with 2 of these, you can make a sweater, which is pretty amazing.
Very cool.
It comes in really cool colors. Here's 3 of them.
We just got a bunch of new colors.
Yeah, we got new colors, and I made my project, which we'll talk about in a little while.
What else is new
with
in
that.
it?
Well, I should show this.
No, that's what you just finished.
Yeah, but that's also part of the gadget. Okay, so I've been making these project bags. They're really cool because they have gussets in them, so you can stuff a lot of yarn in them, and they have a handy dandy little handle.
And she sewed them herself.
I sewed them myself.
Yes,
They're very
knitting
cool.
TKTLA exclusive.
So there's 2 sizes. We have the smaller one and the larger one, although I like the larger one better.
Yeah.
It fits more stuffs. Another new thing, well, it's not a new,
Call
but
the
it's a
store to
restock.
see what colors we have.
Yeah, we have
They're all
Because
different.
they're-
lots.
yeah,
Each
lots of
one is
different
different,
ones.
so we can't really show them online, but you can call and maybe we can FaceTime with you and show you what we have in stock.
Or you can come in and see for yourself.
Yeah.
Also an option.
Here's another one I made a little while ago, which is cute. This holds a whole sweater worth. So you can put a big gigantic project in there. That's what the gussets are great
Yeah.
for. And then I did a little quilted one, which is super
Aw.
cute
I like that.
too. Okay.
I have one too. Should we show that one?
Oh yeah, yeah. This is
the other style.
That's a flat version of the drawstring.
Very cute.
Yeah, sloths. Hey.
Sloth fabric has
That's
been
for
very
slow
popular
knitting.
in here.
For slow knitting.
Slow fashion. Very good.
Because it's true.
And we also restocked these awesome scales and the patterns to go with our fancy mitts that I will talk about in a little while.
Yes, awesome. That's from Colette's Garden.
From Colette's Garden.
She makes these patterns to go with these really cool dragon scales. We have them in all colors.
Right.
They're very fun.
Great for my warrior princess theme that I'm going for. So. Okay, go ahead.
Good job, Annette.
Thank you.
She did it.
I did it. Okay.
My name's Lena. I'm the yarn spawn, as
Yarn
you can
spawn.
probably tell by being controlling.
Just
I'm
today.
sorry, I'm working on it. Okay, I'm going to talk about some new yarns. First, I'm going to talk about these ones, which are so delicious. I want to eat them.
Yeah.
Sweet Nesting. It's this woman, Celeste. She goes by Sweet Nesting on the internet and her company. She does not usually work with shops. She usually just sells, she doesn't even have an Etsy shop. She just sells on Instagram. But she agreed to do a trunk show for us, which is really exciting. And it was like, she was here. There's going to be a little interview in the podcast. She was here the weekend that trunk show opened, talking about her yarns and her process. And they're just magnificent. They come in 3 bases.
They're so delicious.
And her colors are just like, they're very on trend, but they're also like very her. Like she just has a really, really well-defined palette. And they're just like intoxicating. So there's a merino single ply fingering. There's a smooth fingering. That's this one. And then there's this squishy fingering, which has silk in it and it's plied and it's really, really nice.
They're all nice.
And then there's a DK, which is like a single ply DK. And yeah, they've been really popular in the shop. Unfortunately, it's in store only, sorry. But again, you can call if you're not local and you see something. We post a lot of photos on the Instagram. If you see something on the Instagram you like, give us a call. We can ship it to you. So that's that.
Yay,
exclusive
Celeste.
to us.
And
Knitting
she's
Tree.
such a cool lady.
She's just as cool as her yarn.
Yeah, she's really, really nice, and it was really special. She was here, like, helping people choose their fades and that kind of thing. It was really cool. Another new thing, we got some new colors of this Araucania Huasco, which is a really, really pretty
I love
sock
this
yarn.
yarn.
Love
and
it.
they also
Love
have
it.
a very interesting palette. we got a bunch of new colors from them, so that's a really nice socky yarn for shawls or for socks.
That's beautiful.
Whatever you desire.
I love this pink and the neutral. With
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
the combinations are really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to honorable mention this. It's not super new, but it's still Wolfolk. If you don't know, they just came out with some new colors pretty recently. It's like, you know, they have kind of like a blue palette, they have a gray palette, and they came out with this pinky purpley
Mauvey.
yeah, which is like a really nice kind of muted pink.
Not ballerina.
So this is in their Hygge base, which is great for quick holiday gifts. Very like trendy again palette.
Right.
Opposite end of the spectrum of this, but also very trendy.
But that super cool chunky look that's still
Yeah,
like
right.
everywhere.
Yeah, I saw someone make a little shrug out of this
And look, you
recently.
can't stop
And I know, I'm just, yeah, it's getting it. It has
Dusty pink.
merino, silk, and alpaca, and it's really delightful. So
It
there's
is.
that.
Oh,
Moving on to
the Crochet Queen.
Crochet Queen.
Hi there, I'm Lenora. I'm the Crochet Queen, but I'm here to talk to you about things that work for knit or crochet or weaving or anything.
Really?
Shawl pins.
Yes.
We just restocked shawl pins. My favorite, these are all jewel designs. My favorite might be the branch because it's a twig,
Yeah.
The
you
little
know,
twiggy
the
thing,
little
yeah.
twiggy thing because it's kind of us.
Yeah.
And I know they designed
Yeah.
it just for us, the knitting tree.
Of course she
I
did.
like this.
But the traditional ones, see, not so much.
But the circle is leather.
I like
Which I
that.
think
Yeah,
is really
I like that
modern.
one too. It's very,
Very
modern.
mod. Yeah. It's cool.
Oh, okay. So
Not
it's
for
manly
Lenora, but
man,
for the rest of us.
That's
manly
for me.
man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How about the little merino sheep head? Love this.
Yes.
I mean, really. Now, don't put it on your silk, you know, because it messes up the things and
It'll
all
snag
that.
it.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. But if you're a happy kind of shawl wearer, you might want to wave a hand at people.
High
How about
five.
that? High five. I
Or
did
could
it.
be back off, Jack.
Oh, it could.
Open to interpretation.
Open to
Yeah.
interpretation. But the other thing that we're always getting in new, we're never quite sure when they're going to show up, are the new issues of all the fun magazines.
Yeah.
This happens to be the latest Vogue that shows up. They sell out pretty quickly, so you need to be Johnny on the spot if you're waiting for something to come in.
Or
but-
Jane on the spot.
Or Jane on the spot. This is true.
Johnny has nothing to do with this one.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, Chris.
Look, there's an article in here for the Johnny on the spots about runway trends in love with ruffles.
Okay.
Alrighty
I'll
then.
check it out later.
You do that.
Perfect for your hot Santa outfit.
Not happening.
We're working on it.
Not happening.
All right, Chris. What do you
Coal
have
for you. Speaking of new magazines,
Yes.
we are now carrying Knitwit.
Yay!
Yeah, we love this. This is an LA-based publication.
Yeah, go LA.
Love all things Los Angeles, and this is what I call a coffee table magazine.
Yeah.
This is one of those things
Really high
that
quality.
is sort of the other end from Vogue. This is packed full of like patterns. These coffee table ones have super great photography. They have things that are more like articles, inspiration for all sorts of crafts, weavings.
Lifestyle.
It's lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
But they do have patterns now. They didn't used to have patterns, and now
Mm-hmm.
they do. Patterns included in the magazine. And their whole design team is like super hip and really cool. My friend Stephanie took the photos for that first spread.
Yay!
Exciting.
So
I
this-
opened it. I was like, "What? My friend Stephanie."
a great addition for our shop because we also carry Pom Pom
Yeah.
and Emarisu and those
Yes.
other kind of
They're all kind of
good
in the same
quality.
ballpark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Collect them all.
What are these,
Cool.
Chris?
I'll tell you what these are. This is from Creative with Clay. Since we're sort of talking about holiday gifts, who wouldn't want this super cool stamped knitted design on a nice ceramic thing? This could be a glass. It could hold things like crochet hooks and tools.
Yes.
I like these little bowls.
This little thing, hold your stitch markers, hold your spare change.
Hold
And of
your
course-
whiskey.
Or that.
Or eggnog. I'm sorry.
Nog.
Yeah.
There you go,
No.
holidays. Yarn bowl with the little open-ended slot, which I love. And it's at both ends.
Yep.
So that as you pull your yarn, it stays contained.
For both
Hopefully-
knitters and crocheters.
Anyone
bet
that
it.
does anything with yarn
Fiber,
needs
yep.
5 of these.
5. Call us.
5.
And those we
Well,
can ship as
especially
well.
if you're making things like this and you have all the little balls going.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pulling from a bunch of sources
And then you
as
can move
well.
them around.
Wrangling all your.
One for each color.
Wrangle.
Yeah, one of these at home, grab the yarn out. And this yarn that's nicely wound in here is Yarn Hero.
Oh, one of our favorites.
Yay.
Still shop
Yes.
favorite. Love it. These look like they're super mixed up kind of crazy colors, but in fact they are ombre guys. And you can just sort of see in this one that there's
Once
a
they're
little
wound,
bit of
yeah.
ombre left in that one that I'm almost finished with.
And this hat, we forgot.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Toph hat.
Toph.
Toph.
With a
Yeah.
TH.
G-O-P-H, like Christopher.
Uh,
Short rows, this is a woolly worm head design, and we had a workshop in this. And this is a solid color and a Yarn Hero.
yeah.
And if you buy one of each color, you can get the other hat in the opposite
In the
combination.
reverse color.
Yeah.
So the other hat has the purple veins with the cool color and the little leaf pattern.
Two skeins, two hats.
The
skins,
solid
two
yarn
hats.
is Neighborhood Studio DK.
Yeah.
Neighborhood
Yes.
Fiber Co.
Yeah,
Very great.
super cool.
So what are you working on?
Well, I tell you, I'm just finishing this.
Tell
And,
you what.
and speaking of Yarn Hero, this is the ever popular Left Coast Dye Works. You may have heard of that.
Yay!
And that's the tweed in the color called Good Neighbor Fence is the sort of rusty color, and then this is the guy that's going. And this project is a crocheted brioche cowl, and wait for it.
know that existed?
Yeah,
I didn't
it's kind
know.
of mind blowing. The inside has stripes going the other way.
Yes.
Crazy town.
Lenore and I have both been having fun with this. We're going to work up
Yes.
a pattern.
A new pattern?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think we should.
I think you
really
should.
good, clear instructions that can work with a bunch of different weights.
Straight up.
You know what?
What?
I just had an idea.
I'm ready.
I'm going to make a reversible shirt. One way goes this way, and you turn it inside out because you spilled the coffee, and then the stripes go the other way.
I'm all in.
Double whammy.
I am all in.
yeah, baby.
Wow.
Speaking of crochet, I love these hooks. I used to really dislike crochet as a kid. One of our employees here said, you've got to try the Clover Amour hooks. Love, love, love them. It makes
They're
crocheting
wonderful.
so much more comfortable. They're just a joy to work
Yeah.
with.
And they have a different kind of tip too, right? It's
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
smooth.
pointed in a different way.
I like it. The throat,
right.
the point, it's what suits me, and the handle part of it is just very comfortable.
Those are definitely our most popular.
It is
I
comfortable.
think it's the
yeah.
best of all hooks because, you know, people are generally in like either the Susan Bates with the sharp pointed hooks
Yep.
Yeah.
at the tip
And the
or the
deep throat,
Boyd,
yeah.
which are rounded. That's got both.
Like a
Yeah.
So you
combination.
don't
Yeah.
have to choose.
Don't have to choose.
Oh, love it.
Great. Did you have anything recently finished, or were you talking
That
about?
was it.
That
Like
was-
minutes ago finished. Well, I
Minutes
still
ago
have
finished, got it.
Unblocked, so finished.
Yeah.
Great.
I'll get it there.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes.
So
Thank
welcome.
you.
Yarn dude. Yarn
Your
dude.
dude.
Yarn dude. Yarn dude.
Otherwise
Linda,
known as Santa.
What are you gonna talk
Hot
about?
sand.
Oh, leave the kid
We're
alone.
gonna get smacked big time. Okay.
I am, one thing about coming in to see us, if you're local or passing through the airport, another good one,
Yes.
is you see all the shop samples. And this one is hot off the needles shop sample,
Like yesterday.
like yesterday. Here, I need help.
I think it's upside down.
Is it upside down?
Yes.
I was trying to find somebody to hold the ends.
There we go.
This is
So pretty.
Night Shift Shawl by Christopher Salas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great designs.
Great,
Really cool.
fabulous design, fun to do, and we did this sample out of Cascade Longwood Sport. Easy. I love the ply on this yarn. It really holds up
makes
well.
it really
It's
squishy.
so soft. It's so
Yeah.
merino-licious.
And it holds up well. And side hint,
Mm.
you can actually frog and re-knit, and the yarn holds up.
It does.
Not saying what happened
Interesting.
exactly. but
Things may have.
things happen along the way.
And
Yeah,
this was
yeah.
2 skeins of the solid
And-
purple and 2
And
skeins
of the
the
striping,
self-striping.
self-striping.
The gray
Yeah,
multi.
yeah.
It's
Very cool.
We had one of our customers, Ann Bachelor, brought one in that was made, and it was funny because it was after I already said, "Let's make this. It's such a cool thing," and like 10 people bought the pattern instantly.
It's
So
been very
a lot
popular.
of people bought this, and we're so
Christopher
excited.
Salas, call us.
Yeah, Christopher, get your butt
You wanna
over
hang?
here.
Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Cool, cool,
I
cool.
love
What are you working on, Crochet Queen?
What am I working on? I'm actually working on crochet. Isn't that exciting?
No way.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I've lost my hook, but that's okay.
Yeah,
have the set right
okay. We got some here.
I don't know if we're doing this at the beginning of December, and there might be this holiday season coming up, and so all I can say about that is somebody might or might not be getting a crocheted cowl with window panes and solids done in rosin, which is
There's your hook.
Oh well, that's the way it goes some days.
Put it in there.
Cascade rosin. I've used this yarn before several times. I love it. It does have to be hand washed, dry flat, but it is wool and silk, and I love this yarn. I really think it's underrated. We've pushed it before because
yeah.
once people use it, they love it. So
Yeah. It's
someone
wool and silk.
may or may not be getting
wool and silk.
a crochet cowl, and that's
Yeah.
all I have to say about that.
Tweedy, modern colors,
Beautiful.
great for knitting, great for crochet. This is a secret favorite of almost everyone that
Yeah,
works
yeah.
here.
And
It's not a secret's
And-
out. What?
it goes with
Yeah, and good colors. Hello.
I was thinking about it.
Right.
Alina, what's
Okay.
on your needle?
Well, I'm going to first talk about this shop sample that was recently finished.
Oh yes.
Also done in Woolfolk, as I had talked about the
All their
new
new
Woolfolk
colors,
colors. So we gave Jinda the three new colors, and she made this beautiful shawl. Can you see it? It's like the squishiest, coziest, most beautiful thing. Really classic color palette,
Yeah, really beautiful.
while still like interesting. It's called the Kettle Valley Shawl by Knox Mountain Knit Co. 2 skeins each of all 3 colors, so 6 skeins of Woolfolk Far. They're worsted weight chainette,
That's like an heirloom piece.
delicious wool.
It is.
Beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
really, really nice.
And no stitch individually is difficult.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about it.
It's like got variety. It's interesting enough, but it's not like,
Yeah, it
super
won't break your
scary.
brain.
Yeah. So
And
that's
you won't fall
that.
asleep either.
Yeah, exactly. Also
And
important.
in LA, it's so nice. You turn the air conditioning up to wear that thing.
But it's really light. It doesn't feel heavy, which is really nice, even though it's worsted. Okay, so I think on the last podcast we talked about, was talking about wanting to start this when Lily was here,
Yeah.
and I am almost there.
Yay!
Very exciting.
And what is this thing?
This is the Sunset Highway by Caitlin Hunter.
And what's the
And
what are
it's
the
very
yarns?
popular pattern on Ravelry and on Instagram right now. And another thing about the new Vogue is they're talking about how the kind of Nordic knits, the Fair Isle, is very in this season.
Rounded
Also
yokes
in
with
fashion
pattern.
world and in knitting world. So yeah, everybody's all on top of that right now. I used Metal and Tosh Light, Malabrigu Machita, and Ching fibers, which we will be getting in more of very, very soon. I know lots of people have been asking about that.
By the time you see this.
I know. Yeah, by the time you see this, hopefully in the next couple of weeks we will have it in. She's going to ship it all the way from England. But yeah, this pattern is so fun. It's super easy. Like for anybody who's thinking of wanting to try color work, it's great.
And
I'm
it's
almost there. I just have the
stunning.
sleeves.
It is. It's
I'm so
gorgeous.
happy. I really want to wear it by Christmas. So I'm like,
Do it.
rushing. And also, one of our other staff members, Anissa,
Oh, who happens to be walking by?
Hi, Anissa.
we tried to get her to do it, but she just lent her sweater, so her sweater's in the video and not her.
Yeah.
She finished the body and she's got the sleeve going right there.
That's
And
so
it's
cute.
so pretty.
Gorgeous. So she did hers in Left Coast Iris, which we're also
Yay.
getting more of very,
Yes.
very
Very
soon.
soon.
Yeah, like
So
within
keep
a
your
couple
eyes
weeks.
peeled. And
And
she
that
also
stuff goes
used
fast.
Does.
Old Rusted Chair and 3 Irish Girls. So some of our favorite indie dyers.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
Yeah, this pattern is gorgeous. Really, really fun. It's so great to look at all the Ravelry projects and see how different every person's looks. If they're using speckled yarn or solid yarn, or some people are like I modified mine. I used 3 colors instead of 4 colors. And so keep your eyes out for
Do that one. That's fun, and it's a great first Fair Isle project.
Yes.
You know, if anybody's afraid of Fair Isle, like Alina had never done.
I was
Trinity
scared. I thought there was
before.
some special trick to it, and then Lenora just showed me how to do it in like 2 seconds, and I was like, oh.
She's
I'm
like,
doing it! I'm
That's
doing
all
it!
of knitting. That's all of knitting, right?
I thought, that's really true. I mean, it's like, don't be afraid. try
Yeah,
a new
just
thing.
do it.
Yes,
It can
exactly.
be very exhilarating.
It's gorgeous.
Yes.
I'm really impressed with that.
And what have you accomplished, Annette?
Well, I've been in my warrior princess mode because I'm just generally pissed off.
Happy freaking holidays.
I made another one of these. This is what is it called? It's just a mitt. Dragon Scales Mitt by Colette's Garden.
Yeah.
And this time we tried it in the gold, which I really
I do
like.
like
We did silver and black the last time. This yarn is Ginkgo by Barocco. Ginkgo by Barocco. That sounds
It's
very
Ginkgo Barocco.
Ginkgo
It's also a wool silk.
wool
Yeah.
silk.
yarn.
Silk.
Yeah.
Well, it's sick, and I love it. Another. My latest finished project is this really cool piece that is perfect for LA or pretty much anywhere, especially when you get a little bit older and you're hot all the time.
You got one sleeve missing.
Yeah, it's like instant air. Well, I'm hot and cold. I'm hot and cold. But this works great. I love it. It keeps your chest warm, but you're not like dying.
Yeah.
So
Also,
this
it just
is,
looks really cool.
it is.
Yeah.
And we have more jewel closures.
That's right.
These are temporary, so you could take these off and put them on something else. Leather. I love jewel closures. These are super cool, and they make you look a little badass.
What's the pattern called?
The pattern is called Sleevey Wonder. Again, another pattern that everybody in the shop is making.
Yep.
It's made chunky, out of a chunky yarn. You can finish it in a weekend. I use the Eco Plus one skein. And I had enough left over for a hat.
No.
What?
Yes.
Who's the designer?
The designer is Grace Akram. Thank you, Bruce. We
Check
love
the show
Grace.
notes.
Grace teaches our
teaches here.
our intermediate boot camp, and she's such an amazing knitter. And we
designer.
love and designer. She's been in a bunch
Yeah.
of major magazines, and
Yeah,
we
we've
just
been
love
seeing
her.
her in
Grace
all the
Akram
magazines.
and
Sleevey Wonder.
Sleevey Wonder, SLEEVIE Wonder, and I just love this.
Check the show notes.
Cool. What else did you recently finish?
I finished this. Oh, I finished this.
Hello.
Duh.
That's what I do is finish things. This is another for the Ideal Me crochet challenge. This is made from Cascade Eco Duo, an alpaca wool blend in a circular double crochet. This spiral pattern is kind of a traditional pattern, but I've only ever seen it in single crochet. So I developed a double crochet pattern that goes a lot faster. It's super fun. It's cozy.
It's so
this
soft.
Is it's really soft
It
and
is
yummy.
really luxurious.
Changes color, and it's a great lap blanket for when you're just a little cool. You want to throw something on your lap, or you can make it in a more washable fabric and use it as a baby blanket.
Yeah.
And I really love the crab stitch edging, a really easy reverse single crochet that puts a nice edging onto any crochet.
Beautiful.
Or knit.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Or
Yeah, you
knit.
could do it on that project too.
Yeah.
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 So
Very smart.
that's about it for us, but stick around. We're going to have the interview with Celeste Murphy from Sweet Nesting.
She's going to talk about her yarns and her woven lampshades, which she'll
Yes.
be teaching a workshop in soon. So they're going to talk about that in the interview. So stick around,
Yes.
and then we'll see you next time at the next podcast.
Yay!
Right. Let's go play.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, put all your stuff on. Everybody has to put
Oh, we
all
have to
your
put, oh, do
knitted
I have
stuff
to
on.
take, wait.
Well, I will be inside knitting, and I'm going to put my lap blanket on.
Okay.
Huddle.
Huddle.
Ooh, it's cold. Hi, I'm Annette Corsino Blair, and I'm here with Celeste Murphy of Sweet Nesting Yarns, this luscious trunk show that we have here today. And we just wanted to ask her a few questions about her process, and I'd like to welcome you here, Celeste. Thank you for being here. We've had so much fun today. Everyone has just gone bonkers over your yarn. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your process and what inspired you to start dyeing yarn?
Okay, what inspired me to start was that I wanted certain colors and I couldn't find them, and I didn't know that there were other indie dyed yarns, and so I just started knitting them myself in the colors that I like, pinks and with like little bits of neon and that kind of thing. And then once I started seeing all the crazy colorful patterns, and you know, Instagram actually, now that I saw so many projects, I just kept going and kept adding colors and Westnitz patterns and things like that to my projects, and that's, I think Westnitz and his really beautiful colors and angles and stuff, that was a big inspiration for me.
They go really well together. You can see some of these projects here. Are these two are Westnitz, right?
Yep, this is the brioche chevron cowl, or shawl, I guess, because it's not a cowl. And he uses a bunch of different colors, and it's two-sided because it's brioche, so it kind of just makes it into a watercolor.
Wow. What a fabulous piece. I don't know if I want to eat it or jump in it. It's really beautiful.
And then like Marled Magic, which is, it's so big and heavy that it actually falls off the mannequin.
Look
but
at
yeah,
that.
this is
Beautiful.
his,
That is a masterpiece. So gorgeous. Just the fringe alone. How many skeins of yarn in the fringe?
I have no idea. It's
That's
like just a
amazing.
giant stash.
Wow. I love it. And I loved how you placed the colors too.
Yeah, I tried to just do a lot of similar things in each little section, you know, like
That's
the dark
gorgeous.
blue to the light pastel. And then I kind of just did it in different areas, you know, so that it kind of melded together,
Yeah,
even though
there's-
it's so many different colors.
It's random, but it has a unifying factor to it, which is just really beautiful. That's your yarn, and that's your sensibility. We noticed over here too that you have created these amazing lampshades. Do you want to tell us a little bit about those?
I really love weaving, and but I don't really know about where to hang. I don't have that much wall space
For the
And
wall
so
hangings?
I started thinking that I would want to do a woven lampshade because it's functional and then also weaving. So it looks like an art piece in your home, but then it's also functional, and it has to be on your lampshade because you've got lampshades. So that's what gave me that idea, and I've never
The
seen it
beaded
anywhere.
section, I haven't seen it either. You're actually using the lampshade frame as a loom.
Exactly. So you don't even need a loom to do these, actually. And then I just warped wire and put beads onto the warp wire, just on these sections. And then this is just regular warping and then weaving through all of it. So you really can't tell that there's wire. Actually, there isn't wire here, but on some of it there's wire. But then you get that sparkle from the beads. And then you get the weave,
so
the
rich.
open weaving, which doesn't take too much time. This is actually macrame right here.
Wow.
So I basically macrameed right onto the loom, onto the frame.
That is fabulous. And look at the fringe on this. This is crazy. You've got bows and pom-poms and fringe, and it's just like a work of art. Truly amazing.
It's really fun. Making these lampshades is like a real way to play because you don't have to have any real technical ability. Like you just do.
And I noticed pieces
Whatever
of
you feel like
lace,
doing.
and you said you take apart old sweaters and things like that.
Yeah, a lot of thrift store pieces of lace, thrift store knitted lace sweaters, and I just cut them up. Sometimes I dye them, sometimes I just sew them together, and then just kind of piece it.
So inspiring. Well, thank you so much for being here.
course, I was
It was
so
such a
excited to
pleasure, and I'm so happy that my customers got a chance to interact with you. She's awesome by her guy. We're gonna have her trunk show here through I don't know, it's like 4 weeks. So if you see anything here that you like, just give us a call. The colors aren't on our website yet, but what is your name on Instagram?
Sweet nesting.
Sweet Nesting. She does custom color work too, right?
Yeah.
So thank you again, and I look forward to being around your yarn.